Scream 7 review. What's good, guys? I'm back. Scream 7 has officially released. This was my most anticipated horror film of the year. I really looked forward to this. And, I really gotta say, congrats to the filmmakers. You made a movie. I kind of enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite Scream movie. I don't think you're ever getting remotely past the original. The original Scream 1 is the greatest Scream of all time, and in my opinion, a top 5 horror movie of all time. I will fight anyone on that. The first movie's incredible. Now let's talk about the positives I have with Scream 7. Not Scream 7, Scream 8. Oh, it is 7. Fuck. There is apparently a rumor Scream 8 is actually in development. I don't know how true that is. If that's true, I'm down for another Scream movie if they do it right. If they fix the fucking mistakes they made in this film. Because there were plenty that I did not like at all. Oh, but we're gonna start with the positives. Sidney Prescott, Neve Campbell. Love having Sidney Prescott back. One of the most iconic final girls in horror movie history. Having her back as Sidney Prescott is incredible, especially coming off the last film without Sidney. Like, Scream 6, it's not really a Scream movie if you don't have Sidney Prescott, in my opinion. Like, she's the core foundation alongside a Ghostface. So having her back, incredible. Loved it. Love having her back is Sidney Prescott. Joel McHale. I thought he did a great job as Sidney's husband. I really enjoyed his performance. I don't really like him in a lot of stuff. Like, I get it, he's like a comedic guy, but I really enjoyed his performance in this film quite a bit. Quite a bit. I really did enjoy his performance in this film because it was serious, it was grounded, and he really wasn't that comedic relief anymore, which I really enjoyed. I thought Tatum, the actress that played Tatum, Sidney's daughter, was incredible. She did a really good job, and I'm really impressed. Shout out McKenna Grace is one of her friends. She had one of my favorite kills in the movie when she's all wired up. I really personally enjoy that kill. I'll get into my favorite kill as well, but that's pretty much it. Like those four were good. The ones returning from Scream 6, I really enjoyed. But it doesn't help that this was just not a good script at all. I'm sorry, it wasn't. The directing was fine. The script was not my favorite at all. I thought and I still think in my heart of hearts you could have done a better job with what they did. Example number one of doing a better job in a script that I would have actually done and how I would change that film. Not using AI. Stop it. Stop. AI should not be used in movies or music. Stop it. Cut it out. It shouldn't be a thing. Mainly for movies. You shouldn't have this where, oh yeah, we're gonna bring back a legacy character. A character that the fans have wanted for years. Fans have wanted Matthew Lillard back as Schumacher. Now, I do still believe he's alive. I really do, and I hope that Scream 8, they actually do bring him back instead of using this AI bullshit. I really hated that you bring him back and he's only behind a phone. He's behind a fucking phone screen. But again, Matthew Lillard killed it, even as AIs do. Like, he was absolutely incredible, and seeing him say, "Hi, Sydney," again, like, that put a smile on my face every time. I really, really did like Matthew Lillard in this. So that's another positive. Matthew Lillard killed it. But negatives, the script was not good. The whole AI thing, absolutely, absolutely hated. Was not a fan of that. I was not a fan of, we're gonna introduce these two new ghost faces, which obviously I find with new ghost faces. That happens in every movie. But two ghost faces that were on screen for minimal a minute each of screen time. Like, that is absurd to me. If you are going to make two new ghost faces, like, why are they not related to Sidney Prescott? Why wouldn't it be like, oh, why wouldn't we just do like Scream 6 again, but just with this film in a different setting without Sidney? If you're gonna do that, instead of adding it and bringing back Sidney Prescott, like, there's no correlation between the ghost faces and what they are to Sidney, besides the fucking book that Sidney wrote for the girl Ghostface. What was the doctor's ghost? What was his What was the second doctor's motive? In the psych ward, what was his motive? That never gets explained. What was his motive in doing what he did and doing the killing? He didn't have a motive. The whole point is with Scream is like there's a motive behind why they were killing. Billy Loomis, for example, he was killing because of the relationship that had happened in the first film between his parents. But then again, I recently watched that, and obviously it's a little fuzzy because I just watched the new one. So as soon as I watch something new, the previous ones go out the door. But like in like Stu only did it because he wanted to, like, he didn't want Billy to see. He wanted to be there for Billy. So I understand why those two had a motive and what their motive was. But there wasn't a motive for these two characters other than the fucking book that Sidney wrote, again, that I'm gonna mention. But you're having a second ghost face that's literally only here to bring back AI legacy characters like Billy Loomis's mom and Matthew Lillard is Stu, and Sidney's brother, I think. I can't remember the core again. Goes blank. And like Dewey, why would we bring back Dewey? Yeah, I know you can't really bring him back like he is a low-key dead, but I don't understand why you would bring him back. It didn't make sense to me. Like, there was a lot of stuff I did not like. Mainly that. And like, I know, like, that's, and like, just there were so many plot holes that were unfilled. It feels like it wasn't even like a movie. Like most movies, you have a few plot holes. There were several with this film. Several. This does not deteriorate if I enjoyed, like, how much I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy this film. Not even remotely close to 6. So I don't understand why fans are saying like this is the best Scream movie. It isn't even close. It isn't even fucking close to the original. The original is so iconic and such a good movie. But like, we gotta stop with the whole using AI. AI shouldn't be used for film or music. So we gotta cut that out. I'm really hoping that they fix their mistakes. If there is a Scream 8, I'm really hoping that they fix it. Because this was just yikes. Absolutely yikes with a script. Now, Scott, I think his name is Scott Williamson. He's the one who wrote the first couple Screams. And if he wrote this one, yikes, buddy. Yikes. You did not do a good job if you wrote this. At all. At fucking all. Like, this was terrible. This is what you give us after doing, I believe, Scream 1, 2, and 3. This is what you give us after finally coming back to the franchise. This is the script you turn in and you're proud of. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why? I'm just so infuriated over the using of AI. Like, why? I get it. We live in a day and age now where AI is everywhere. But it should never, ever be in movies. At all. It's just AI characters. Like the whole Ghost Matthew Lillard stuff. Like, that was not fun. Obviously, having Matthew Lillard back, though, as Stu Macher, love it. But I just do not love the idea of him being AI when, like, you have fans that have wanted to actually see Stu back as Ghostface for literal years and years. Fans have been begging and pleading for Matthew Lillard to come back and scream in a Scream movie, and this is what you give them. No, this isn't what the fans wanted. The fans wanted actual real life Stu Macher, like face to face with Sidney, not over a phone. We wanted like face to face Sidney Prescott, Stu Macher. Well, that's at least what I wanted. And you blew it. Still hope that they do justice for Matthew Lillard and for Stu, because I really, really wanted to see him actually come back face to face with Sidney Prescott, because part of me still thinks he's alive. But this was just not a good Scream movie for me. It just wasn't good. I'm sorry. I would give it maybe a 7. Actually, 7.5 is what I would go. If you guys are saying 10 out of 10s, I'm saying a few 10 out of 10s. No. 7.5 to an 8 is what I would give it. But the kills were impeccable. I absolutely loved the kills. Like, it was 10 times more bloody than I believe any other Scream movie, and they did it. They went back to how Ghostface is with the knife instead of using a goddamn shotgun. Ghostface doesn't and should never use a gun. Ever. So I'm happy they actually fixed that mistake and, brought back the classic knife. But that's honestly all I gotta say regarding Scream 7. I hope we go back to these characters, and I hope and pray they go back and they fix these mistakes. If there is a Scream 8, which is rumored, depending on how Scream 7 is received. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I enjoyed it, but I can't go any higher than 7.5 to an 8. You butchered bringing back a legacy character such as Stu Macher. So that's what I got. That's my review on Scream 7. I will catch you guys in the next one, which I'm actually going to do another review because I forgot to do one for Housemaid, which love that movie, so that'll be up next. But later.